Hey guys, yes, this is a brand new video series. This is going to be a Trading 212 monthly portfolio update series. If you've already seen my other videos, you already know I cover my free trade ISA, my free trade GIA, and my Vanguard GIA. And I've been making videos for, just over a year, tracking that portfolio. And I'll touch on why I'm going to start this new series in this video. In the 24-25 tax year, there has been a new rule that says you're allowed to open multiple ISAs of the same type in the same year. So for example, I could have a free trade ISA and also a Trading 212 ISA, given I do not exceed that £20,000 per limit per person. However, that's not why I've created this account. You may be intrigued to know that this is actually not my ISA, but my spouse's ISA. Yes, that's correct. I'm in the very fortunate position where I'm already maxing out my £20,000 limit, and that's my free trade ISA. And rules state that you have your own £20,000 limit, and your spouse also has a £20,000 limit. Income tax in the UK is quite high, especially from that, the higher end of that income brackets. And this is why we have to kind of utilize the benefits that we have in the UK, and I personally think the biggest one is a stock shares ISA, because any money you put in, all the capital gains tax, all the dividend tax does not apply to anything within the ISA. And when you think about it, between you and your spouse, if you're married, that is a £40,000 limit, which is quite generous. And maxing that out over the next 10 years, you can see how much that can compound. So the plan would be we're going to try and max out both ISAs. So I'll put £20,000 into my free trade ISA. She will put £20,000 in the Trading 212 ISA. Obviously, we can support each other if we're unable to meet that limit. And it also gives me the opportunity to check out the Trading 212 app, which I do like so far. And if I really like it, I can always change my free trade ISA to Trading 212 the next financial year. Trading 212 currently has a campaign going where if you sign up to Trading 212 with the link in my description box below, you get one free share, the value of which is up to £100. So if you want to kick off your investing journey, feel free to click on that link below. So with that out of the way, let's look at the ISA. The value of the ISA sits at £497.74. I have invested £336, and my return is minus £1.62, and that's because I've only recently just bought into the stocks I've got in this portfolio. So this portfolio just has two holdings. The first is the Vanguard FTSE All World Accumulating Fund, that's ticker symbol VWRL. And in my opinion, it should be the foundation of most people's portfolios. That is index funds, whether it's the All World ETF or an S&P 500. It gives you a broad exposure to a large number of companies at a very low cost. I'm still in the process of figuring out what sort of stocks I want in this portfolio. Given my free trade ISA has quite risky plays like Palantir and Rocket Lab, I want this to be a much less risky portfolio. So I'm thinking index funds and dividend plays. The second stock in this portfolio is CONL PLC. So I've got 10 shares of this sitting at £126.35. I've also got this stock in my free trade ISA, and for me it's an opportunistic play, so I think it's undervalued for where it's at the minute. It does have a fair bit of debt on its balance sheets, but as interest rates go down, I think that's going to play in its favour, and there will be a rebound play with this. I'm sure in the future it will return value to shareholders via dividends and share buybacks. I do have a little bit of cash on the sidelines, and that's because I think markets are a little bit rich at the minute, and if there is a pullback, I've got that cash ready to deploy. Although the plan is I'm not trying to time the market too much, so every single month I will be buying, but I may have a little bit of cash on the sidelines just because there may be a little dip, and that's the opportunity to buy at even better prices. Coming from free trade, I've got to say Trading 212 has a much better user experience. The UI on their app and website is much better, and I can also buy and sell shares on the website, which I can't do with free trade. So my experience to date is quite good, so I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to keep this initial video short and sweet. I just wanted to give an overview of what this portfolio was about, the current holdings. I am interested in buying some dividend stocks in this portfolio. So if you guys have got any favorite dividend stocks for me to look into, please drop a comment in the comment section below. So that concludes July's portfolio update, and I'll catch you in the next month's episode.